KMBC 9 News at 10.
First alert weather, still tracking thunderstorms tonight.
New videos, those storms move into our area, plus live updates on the impact they're having in your neighborhood. Good evening, I'm Laura Moritz.
And I'm Chris Katz. Let's get right to meteorologist Katie Horner in for Brian tonight. Katie?
Absolutely. There is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 11 p.m. Little yellow boxes would indicate severe thunderstorm warnings, and we do not have any right now within our viewing area. There is one by Emporia, but not here in the Kansas City area. So what we're dealing with right now are just rain showers here in the city. A pretty big thunderstorm complex moving through Lafayette and Johnson counties. A lot of lightning and heavy rain with those thunderstorm clusters there. Another one in Osawatomie, and then the severe thunderstorm that's in Emporia, that's tracking south and away from our viewing area. Recap for what you can expect this evening: the severe thunderstorm watch until 11, heavy rain and lightning. Our biggest concerns right now, there's still the slight possibility we could have some wind or hail, and then all of this moving to our south after midnight, and by tomorrow morning it looks great. So coming up in just a few minutes, I'll show you who got rain and how much rain. We'll also go over the severe weather reports.
All right, take a quick look. The KCP&L power outage map we have up for you. More than 3,000 customers are without, and there's no word yet when service will be restored. If you lose power, follow our storm coverage on your phone with our KMBC 9 News app. There's live radar, traffic updates. The app is free to download. You'll find it in the Apple Store and on Google Play. Search KMBC.
Right now, the cleanup continues in Olathe after semi flipped over this afternoon. Now, here's a live look near 169 Highway and I-35 in Johnson County. Nobody was hurt. Emergency crews are just about done with this cleanup. Nothing hazardous spilled either. Crews are still on the scene to get that semi upright. And like I said, I think it's just about there. Almost all cleared. New tonight, an emotional plea from a mother and father who want answers in the death of their 25-year-old son. KMBC 9's Brian Johnson reports police need help solving the homicide.
25-year-old Jacob Skowronski loved to learn, ski, and help others. He was a gifted musician.
Just miss him so much.
His parents, Michelle and John Skowronski, think of Jacob every day.
Having conversations with him, and he was very affectionate. His hugs, just being able to talk to him.
Jacob moved to an apartment in Kansas City near 98th and Hedges Avenue to be closer to school. On February 4th, John and Michelle came to drop a few things off and discovered the door was unlocked and Jacob was lying dead on the floor.
It's tough to, we'll never forget it.
The case is now 6 months old. Officers need more tips, and they're offering $25,000 as a reward.
We've got to take our city back from these thugs, these criminals that are just killing over nothing.
They want to solve the case and prevent future crime. They hope no other family experiences the loss.
We're really, really close. And like I said, we're doing what we can to deal with it and cope with it.
In Lee Summit, Brian Johnson, KMBC 9 News.
On top of the $25,000 reward from police, the family is offering another $5,000 for a conviction. Tips can be anonymous. They always are. Call the Crime Stoppers Tips Hotline, 816-474-TIPS. Two families finally get answers.
Their loved ones finally identified as the two men found, their bodies found in a wooded area near Longview Lake yesterday. Keith Wasmer and Michael Brewer disappeared 10 days ago. They were believed to be meeting someone near Longview Marina. No arrests have been made in this case yet. 120 days in prison, 5 months probation. That's the sentence for Joseph LaSala, the driver who killed a Kansas City bicyclist in 2016. Anthony Saludo was on his bike at Tracy and Independence when a Lexus veered into him. Court records show the accused was speeding, was under the influence of drugs, and then left the scene. The victim's mother pleaded with the judge for a harsher sentence, wanting justice for her son.
And we didn't get any. In my opinion, we did not get any. 120 days. Is that justice? I don't think so.
The family is now working with Bike Walk KC to get more protected bike lanes and hopefully save lives. New charges tonight in the stabbing death of a Shawnee man. 49-year-old Vincenzo Lucasta is charged with premeditated first-degree murder. Police found David Paterno's body last week in his Shawnee home. The suspect has a long criminal record. He spent time in prison in Kansas and Missouri, including a 15-year sentence for armed robbery in 2001. Two political rivals coming together in Topeka tonight.
Kansas Governor Jeff Collier helped Secretary of State Chris Kobach kick off his fall campaign for governor. Collier conceded in the GOP primary on Tuesday and endorsed Kobach, who says it is time for the Republican Party to come together.
When Republicans in Kansas are divided, Republicans in Kansas lose. But when Republicans in Kansas are united, Republicans in Kansas are unstoppable. And that's what we've seen in the past.
Kobach will face Democrat Laura Kelly, who is a Topeka State Senator. Johnson County businessman Greg Orman is running as an independent. Election day is Tuesday, November 6th. We're getting a better idea of what the new KCI airport will look like.
Designers released a new set of drawings. There'll be more variety when it comes to places to eat, drink, and shop. Space at waiting areas at the gates will be 35% larger, and there will be more than double the number of restrooms. Plus, they'll be bigger. That new KCI is still set to open in the fall of 2022. She made records, and man, she broke them as well. The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, being remembered tonight for her voice and that legacy. She lost her battle with pancreatic cancer at the age of 76.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson saying the most consistent voice in music for 60 years has been Aretha Franklin's voice. The world of music has lost a bit of its soul. Dolly Parton on Twitter saying, talk about R-E-S-P-E-C-T. We have it for you, Aretha. You will never be forgotten. We have live pictures tonight of the growing memorial. People are putting things down right now on Franklin's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in LA. People are leaving flowers and candles and pictures to honor the legendary singer.
New tonight, the Vatican is responding to that Pennsylvania grand jury report on predator priests. The Vatican released a statement calling the sexual abuse described in that report criminal and morally reprehensible. It also says those acts were betrayals of trust that robbed survivors of their dignity and faith. The Vatican telling victims Pope Francis is on their side. Google is making changes to its help page to let you know that it still tracks your location even if you turn the location history setting off. The help page now says this setting does not affect location services, and some location information may be saved when you use search or maps. The page used to say that if you turned location history off, the places you go are no longer stored.
Right now, Independence Police need your help to identify this woman. She's accused of purchasing more than $4,800 worth of vehicle parts and accessories using a fraudulent credit and debit card. She drives a maroon-colored Chevy Traverse with Missouri tags. If you know who she is, call the TIPS hotline 816-474-TIPS. Kansas City, Missouri police are asking you to share your surveillance video. They're asking home and business owners with cameras to register with them with a program called Watch KC. Police will call you if a crime happens nearby to ask if they can take a look at your surveillance video.
The more partnership we get from businesses and homeowners in communities, the harder it is for criminals to be criminals.
Nice plan.
KCPD is hoping more people will join. They want to stress officers will not have direct access to your cameras. A Lee Summit War veteran in failing health had a simple wish: watch Royals game from Kauffman Stadium.
And friends and law enforcement and even the Royals made it a night to remember. KMBC 9's William Joy has the story all new tonight.
Service can take many forms. For Dr. Tony Rizzi, it started with his time as a radio and radar operator in Korea.
Wave to the crowd.
Continued with classified work for the Air Force and finished as a college professor.
It's all for you.
Have a great time.
This is cool. It's really cool.
His daughter Valerie Bell posted on Facebook about her father's wish to see a Royals game.
He's in the hospital for almost a month, and that's the only thing he asked. I want to go home, and I want to go to a Royals game.
The first responders serving Lee's Summit
Wow, that's cool.
saw it and decided they needed to help.
We as a community, we as the police department, the fire department, every agency respects what he did for us.
The wheelchair for the 85-year-old, along with the van and the tickets, all provided freely.
Isn't this cool? Yay!
To serve a man now fighting a medical battle doctors expect he'll lose.
Isn't this awesome? Very nice.
His one wish, to be here.
Go Royals!
Service can take many forms.
Oh my gosh, he's so happy. Do you see his face?
Today, it was a trip to the
You
diner.
said we're on our way, and it happened. We're on our way. We're here. We're really here.
William Joy,
I can't believe it. I'm so proud of you.
KMBC 9 News.
Okay, we'll go get him.
The Royals normally hold a salute to service event for home games.
Dr. and Captain Rizzi couldn't stay through the rain delay, but the Royals say they plan to have him back to honor him before the end of the season.
I'm glad you mentioned that rain delay, Laura. As you can see, we have the sports stadium right there and rain nearby once again. It's been one round after another. I'll continue to track our rain for you and have the forecast for the rest of the week and into the weekend.
And they just told my son he can't come to school because he got hair.
No first day of first grade for one little boy, the rule that kept him from making it to class.
A husband behind bars after the bodies of his wife and daughters have been found. What he said the day before that discovery was made.
New video of a deadly wildfire, the massive tornado filled with fire and smoke that's to blame for a firefighter's death.